What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, Trey, let's get into our MLB picks and props for Monday, June 12th slate of games. Take a look at that leaderboard. Start us off.
Yes, I went 1-1 yesterday. It was a tough game to watch, and I gave out the Cincinnati Reds 4+ runs and the Cincinnati Reds plus a half on the first 5 run line versus the Cardinals. I went 1-1 because the Cardinals, they scored 4 runs in this game, but they did not cash the plus a half on the first 5 run line, and they lost the first 5 by a score of 3-2. So that one hurt, especially when we factor in they scored a run in the 6th inning to tie the game. But I do love my pick for today.
Yeah, Trey had the 2-0 day. I had the Arizona Diamondbacks minus 1.5 on the run line, and I also had the team total over 5 runs. We were sweating this game out until the very last out, and the Diamondbacks scored 4 runs in the top of the ninth to hit our team total over and to go up by 2 runs. They came out in the bottom of the ninth, allowed a triple the first batter. I thought it was over, and the Detroit Tigers were unable to get that man across the plate, so we did go 2-0 with a very intense early sweat on Sunday, the 10:35 game, I believe it was this morning. So very good sweat there. Glad we won both of them. But we're moving on to today, Trey. Let's sweep the board. Start us off.
Yes, I'm going to be attacking this Philadelphia Phillies at Arizona Diamondbacks game. I'm running it back with the Diamondbacks. I enjoyed watching them yesterday. And these two teams, they came into it with very different expectations heading into the season. The Phillies, they almost won the World Series last season, and they added Trey Turner to their team. So they were coming into the season with a ton of expectations. And the Diamondbacks, they were not expected to compete with the Dodgers or the Padres in their same division. And now the Diamondbacks, they have the best record in the National League. And the Phillies, they have the 8th best record in the NL. And I expect the Diamondbacks to protect home field in this game. So I'm going to take them on the money line. It's minus 108, and I absolutely love that. And the Phillies, they're throwing out Matt Strahm in this game, and he's been tossed back and forth between the bullpen and starting. But in the games that he's started, he's not been very good. And in those 5 starts, he has a 3.64 ERA. But the Diamondbacks, they're throwing out one of my favorite young pitchers in Tommy Henry. And he's pitched in 9 games so far this season for him and turned that to a 3-1 record with a 4.37 ERA. But he has been pitching great when he's pitching in Arizona. And in his 5 home starts, he has a 1-1 record with a 2.49 ERA. The Diamondbacks, they're the better team. They're the home team, and they have the better pitcher, which makes me absolutely love this bet. And whenever we look at the hitting stats, it just makes me want to lock it in. The Diamondbacks are the 5th ranked scoring offense in baseball, and they average 5.14 runs per game. And the Phillies, they're all the way down there at 23rd, only scoring 4.2 runs per game, almost a full run less than Arizona. So give me the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line at minus 108 in this game.
Yeah, Trey, I love it. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Kansas City Royals. I'm actually going to be doing a little bit something different today for my player props. So I'm not going to be looking at the starting pitchers in this game. I'm just going to take the over of 9 runs scored in this game. I'm going to talk about the bats for both teams and why they're going to get this over for us. The most exciting team in baseball, in my opinion, to watch over the last week has been the Cincinnati Reds. They are scoring a boatload of runs per game now with their new addition of Cruz, who, by the way, is incredible to watch. Today in his game, he was on base, I think, every single time he got a plate appearance. He was able to beat the throw on a ground ball to first base, and then the next pitch, he swiped it back. So he has lifted this Reds offense. They are playing with a lot of confidence with him in the lineup. As a team, they are now the 11th in the MLB, batting 255 as a team, and are climbing up the leaderboards in runs per game and hits per game as well. They should put up another healthy amount of runs today against the Royals. For the Royals, yeah, their bats are bad. As a team, they are hitting 230, and over the last 5 games, they have only been able to score 8 runs total. However, they do have a great pitching matchup in this game, while I'll be talking about later on the other side with our player props. You're just going to have to wait to see, because I'm giving a double pitcher prop today, but my MLB play today will be the over in the Reds versus Kansas City Royals game. Over 9 runs will be the play. Trey, let's get to those player props. Let's take a look at the leaderboard from yesterday. Start us off.
Yes, I swept the board yesterday. I went 2-0 and thankful for Elly Cruz. You just touched on him. I gave out over 7.5 fantasy score and also Hunter Green over 6.5 strikeouts, both of them versus the Cardinals. And both those guys, they cashed the over for us in this game. De La Cruz, like Bear said, he was always on base. He finished with 2 singles, 2 walks, 2 runs, a RBI, and a stolen base. So he finished with 21 fantasy points, smashing the over. And so did Hunter Green. And I projected him to pitch a ton of strikeouts in this game and allow a couple runs, and that's exactly what he did. He struck out 9 batters, He pitched 5 1/3 innings in this game, so he smashed the over for us there, continues to pile up the strikeouts. So it felt good to sweep the board, and I'm looking to sweep it again today.
Yeah, I had Zack under 2.5 earned runs as my loss against the Tigers. He had a horrible day, allowed 5 runs to the Tigers, one of the worst teams. Actually, they are the worst MLB team batting this season. So bad start for him. But then I had Corbin Carroll over 1.5 bases. He started the game off with a triple, so no sweat there. We went 1-1, 3-1 as a team, Trey. Let's sweep the board today. Start us off.
Yes, and I'm going to be running it back with De La Cruz here over 8.5 fantasy score versus the Kansas City Royals. It looks like PrizePicks, they're finally putting some respect on his name. It's been at 7.5 for him his whole career. Now they bumped it up to 8.5, and that's not scaring me away at all. And I will continue to give it out because he is the real deal. And I've given it out 2 days in a row. The first day was a member pick that cashed. So if you're not a YouTube member, click that join button below. You guys are missing out on some great picks. And yesterday he cashed for us easily, like I just said. And I expect the momentum to continue in this game because in his 6 games, he's batting .364 with 8 hits, 5 walks, a home run, 4 RBIs, and 7 runs scored. De La Cruz has a .481 on base percentage and 27 plate appearances. He has been a monster in this game, and I expect it to continue here against Zack Greinke. And Bear, he's going to break down Zack Greinke in a little bit, but he's pitched in 13 games this season. Turn that to a 1-6 record with a 4.59 ERA. But his bread and butter is giving up the home run, and he's allowed 11 home runs in his 13 starts as well. And Greinke, he's just slightly better when it comes to pitching at home, though, because he is pitching at a pitcher's ballpark in Kauffman. But I do not think that's going to affect De La Cruz because he's shown the ability to spray the ball all over the field and use his speed to his advantage. So give me Elly De La Cruz to go over 8.5 fantasy score versus the Royals and stay hot.
Yeah, Trey, I think that play is worth a look just for the stolen bases. Like, that's 5 points for a stolen base. He's so fast. If he gets on, he's going to start. He's going to take off for a stolen base. So I love that play. For my first prop of the night, it's going to be Luke Weaver, over 2.5 earned runs against the Kansas City Royals. I'm not wrong about Luke Weaver when I said he is not the answer for the Cincinnati Reds and their pitching rotation. He has been horrible this season and only has 2 quality starts on the year. He is bringing in a 6.27 ERA and has only pitched 47 innings where he's allowed 33 earned runs and 56 hits. He has allowed 3+ earned runs in 7 of his 9 starts this season. And despite him going up against Kansas City Royals, who have also been horrible this season, I think the Kansas City bats will be able to get to Luke Weaver in this game. I watch a lot of Royals baseball living in Kansas, and while they are hard to watch sometimes, they can string together some hits. I think they can get to Luke Weaver early in this game, stringing together multiple singles, just like the Nationals do. Play a little Nats ball in this game. So my first play today will be Luke Weaver, over 2.5 earned runs. Trey?
Yeah, so my pitching prop, it's going to be James Paxton over 7.5 strikeouts versus the Rockies. This is a pretty high number, so there is a lot of risk with this play, but I think that there is a great chance for us to smash the over with Paxton here. And Paxton, he's only pitched in 5 games so far this season for the Red Sox, and he's turned that to an average of 7.2 strikeouts per game, right at this number. But he has hit the over 7.5 strikeouts in 3 out of his 5 starts. But Paxton, he is pitching at home in Boston in this game, and that is great news for us for 2 reasons. And the first one is Paxton, he's shown us the ability to pile up the strikeouts at home. In his 2 home starts this season, he's averaged 8.5 strikeouts in those 2 games, which is over this number. And the second reason why it's a good news this game's in Boston is the Rockies, they love to strike out when they're on the road. They strike out the 8th most times in the MLB when it comes to playing on the road. They strike out an average of 9.5 times per game when playing on the road away from Coors Field. And I fully expect James Paxton to get at least 8 of those strikeouts before he exits this game. And he's been smashing the over all season long, and it should continue in this game versus the Rockies. So give me James Paxton and go over 7.5 strikeouts versus the Rockies.
Yeah, Trey, I like it. My second play tonight will be Zack Greinke, over 2.5 earned runs going up against the Reds. I talked about the over on the MLB game pick, and this is why I like the over with both these pitchers on the mound. This play is actually going to be plus money at over 2.5 earned runs if you play it on FanDuel or DraftKings, but I'm going to play it on all the apps. The Kansas City Royals welcome back Zack Greinke in 2022, and so far in 39 games pitched, he has brought them 5 wins. He has been struggling this year as well as time is catching up to this veteran pitcher. He has a 4.59 ERA this year and a 1-6 record. He is not going to catch any breaks in this game going up against Cincinnati Reds, who I talked about earlier, are one of the most exciting teams in the MLB to watch right now. With their new look offense, they are clicking, having scored 4+ runs in 4 of their last 5 games. They have totaled 24 total runs over the last 5 games, and I don't see them slowing down in this game against Zack Greinke. Greinke is coming off a bad performance against the Miami Marlins when he went 4 innings pitched, giving up 5 earned runs in that game. I expect that to continue in this game as the Reds stay hot and put up several runs in this game against the Kansas City Royals. Give me Zack Greinke over 2.5 earned runs as my last play of the night. All right, guys. That'll do it for our MLB player props and game picks for Monday, June 12th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you guys next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our locks of the week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.